Wrestling fans, just like we come to expect. It's just like what we come to expect. It's the Raw after WrestleMania. It's the Raw after Mania. And it is the best Monday Night Raw WWE will produce this year. Hands down, the best Monday Night Raw they will produce this year. Hands down. When we look at all the Monday Night Raws, when this year is over, chances are this is the one we'll come back to as the best. Look what we got tonight. Seth Rollins versus Kofi Kingston in the main event. Title for title. Even though they did crush it with the bar coming in, causing a disqualification, causing a tag team matchup. You had the fans rowdy on the edge of their seats, chanting things, all of that nature. Yes, I do understand that Kevin Dunn and Vince McMahon was turning down the volume so you couldn't actually hear some of what the fans were chanting because it was too bad. But still, it was entertaining to hear it just a little bit. We had the Dead Man on Monday Night Raw. Some of you might be excited about it. Some of you not. Still nice to see him every once in a while. We had Tag Team Championships on the line. Intercontinental Championship on the line. The last time we saw we were seeing Dean Ambrose in the WWE. A lot of things happened. The appearance of Lars Sullivan. In the words of my friend who is sitting here watching Monday Night Raw with me tonight, his response was, "Who in the world is this freak?" Really shows you WWE did not build up Lars Sullivan with their packages enough to really get us invested in him, because they all of a sudden just dropped all the promos leading up to his debut. We saw a debut of the packaging leading up to Bray Wyatt tonight. Bray Wyatt will be coming back to the WWE sooner rather than later. I'm assuming that was that clown thing that we saw that was laughing. I'm assuming that's Bray Wyatt. Sami Zayn pretty much calling all the wrestling fans out, saying we're losers, saying we have no pleasing in ourselves, saying we, quite frankly, have no pleasure, no happiness. And the only way that we can find it is criticizing and judging everybody and everything. All of that, plus so much more, happened on Monday Night Raw. Now, before we dive into the show, before we start this show, become a subscriber and go watch my WrestleMania 35 review that's live on the channel right now. First things first. Kofi Kingston and Seth Rollins. Kofi Kingston and Seth Rollins started off the show. Seth Rollins came out and he said, "I'm the Beast Slayer. I beat Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar can stay in the UFC. Brock Lesnar can stay in Las Vegas because no one wants him here anymore. Said he was going to Las Vegas. That's fine. Who cares?" All this different types of stuff, right? I'm just glad the Universal title is going to be back on Monday Night Raw on a regular basis. Quite frankly, if there's one thing I disagreed with the promo is Brock Lesnar can be in WWE as long as he doesn't have the title around his waist. That's it. Because, quite frankly, him suplexing, people and things of that nature and Paul Heyman's promos are entertaining to me. But the title being off TV just sucks. And I always thought Seth Rollins deserved that title. But y'all let me know what you're thinking about that in the comments below. Now, as far as Kofi Kingston's concerned, came out, proclaimed everything that we have been pretty much stating so far about how it was hashtag Kofi Mania last night and everything that we saw with Becky Lynch and the victory she had and how the women had their time last night at WrestleMania and now it's time for the men to have title for title, winner take all. Good concept, good way to hook the fans into the main event. WWE 101, not going to let that stay the entire time. We're going to ruin that. Where I had the bar come out, where I had them crush that, cause a disqualification. I think it's a pretty good move, quite frankly, because they don't need to combine the titles right now. They just don't. Okay? They need a WWE champion and a Universal champion. And Kofi Kingston did not need to drop the WWE championship. And in this scenario, WWE would have had Kofi Kingston lose. In this scenario, if they would have went all the way with it, they would have had Kofi Kingston lose. But they didn't. They did what they usually do with the Raw after Mania when they have this type of matchup booked and have some type of disqualification and then have a tag team match. Did kind of the same thing with Brock Lesnar and Seth Rollins. Brock Lesnar was scheduled to have a matchup after WrestleMania 31. What did Brock Lesnar do? He attacked Seth Rollins and everybody in sight because Seth Rollins wouldn't defend the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. Brock Lesnar got suspended. WWE has a tendency to do this kind of stuff, wrestling fans. But I still thought it was a good way to keep the fans in tune to the main event. And quite frankly, if there's one downfall they did, though, at least for the fans in attendance, it was the whole tag team scenario. They could have had Big E or somebody like that go heel or have a Raw or SmackDown superstar come interfere to cause rivalry for the upcoming pay-per-view. But that's just me. Now, moving on to the Revival taking on Zack Ryder and Kurt Hawkins. This was the inevitable. Revival, you are going to be on a massive losing streak from here on out. You might as well just put loser on your forehead. Loser, 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 loser. All over. Because I really don't see you getting any wins or anything. Zack Ryder and Kurt Hawkins victorious. I don't think this is going to last very long. But, hey, look. I'm kind of glad they retained their titles tonight. Oh, and WWE, I just want to let you know one thing. I guess you threw the automatic rematch clause that you said was out the window. I guess you threw that out the window, that thing, what you said, and you just reinstated it because Revival got their rematch tonight. They didn't earn it their way back in or anything. So keep that in mind. In any case, Revival lost. What a surprise. That was the inevitable. Who cares? Right, wrestling fans? Who cares? Now, Baron Corbin, Kurt Angle, and Lars Sullivan. Baron Corbin got immediate, and this is what I love about the Monday Night Raw wrestling fans immediately after WrestleMania. Immediate get off my TV heat. Immediate get out of the arena and go someplace else heat. Awesome. They called him every name out from the sun. I loved it. Those wrestling fans after WrestleMania on Monday Night Raw are absolutely fantastic. I applaud you. Because honestly, it is what some of the wrestling fans, if not the majority of what the wrestling fans actually think at home that are not in attendance about Baron Corbin because of the position he got put in at WrestleMania. It's a shame that he was put in that position. It's WWE's fault, but that's what happened. In any case, moving on. Lars Sullivan destroyed Kurt Angle. How many people is Kurt Angle going to put over on his way out? Hopefully this is the last one. I don't see what kind of rub this gives Lars Sullivan, but somebody out there on YouTube will probably give you some type of reason why Lars Sullivan got this big, huge rub tonight. Okay, whatever. Alexa Bliss versus Bayley. Hey, Alexa Bliss finally is inside the squared circle for the first time in a very long time, wrestling fans. And hey, look, Bayley and Sasha Banks, they lost the women's tag team championship last night at WrestleMania, and tonight Bayley loses again. Alexa Bliss victorious. The match, nothing special, nothing interesting. It's just Alexa Bliss getting a victory with a DDT. Becky Lynch statement, quick, short, to the point. And Lacey Evans came down and cold cocked her right in the face. Now, wrestling fans, quite frankly, I think this is stupid. Of everything that happened tonight on Monday Night Raw, this is the one thing of everything that I think was just absolutely the biggest waste of time. Lacey Evans being Becky Lynch's first opponent, because this started up the rivalry. You know this is the first rivalry, and this is the biggest waste of time. Lacey Evans. What has Lacey Evans done to deserve a rivalry for the women's championship outside of, and some of you are not going to like me saying this, but I don't care. Outside of prancing around so older boys can get all joy juicing about staring at her. That's it. They can get their hormones all acting up because they think she's hot. Now, Ricochet and Aleister Black, they beat Rude and Chad Gable. Hey, glorious Bobby Roode is turning heel. Sooner rather than later. Does anybody care? I know I don't, and I'm sure you don't either. Dean Ambrose got treated like crap tonight because Bobby Lashley put him through the announce table. The only thing I want to say is WWE really does not give a crap about their talents. Because if they did, Dean Ambrose in his last match in the WWE would have went out on top. That's all I can say about that. He would not have been putting over the almighty Cringely. Sami Zayn versus Finn Balor. Sami Zayn pretty much called us all hypocrites. We didn't have any pleasure in life except when we judge people and judge Monday Night Raw and criticize Monday Night Raw and criticize things. And the only pleasure that he's going to get and the only thing he's going to do each and every week is come out here and put us on the spot. And he went on this epic rant for about 5 minutes. It was a good way to turn heel after he lost the Intercontinental Championship matchup to Finn Balor. But, hey, Sami Zayn is back on Monday Night Raw. And, of course, I went over Kofi and Seth Rollins. Pretty good show for the Raw after WrestleMania. Quite frankly, the best show we're going to see this year of Monday Night Raw. I can pretty much guarantee you that. And quite frankly, I know it's surprising. I am putting over Raw this much. Don't expect it each and every week. Do not. But you're seeing it here on this channel today. I'll see you tomorrow for SmackDown. Until then, this is Webby, and I'll catch you on the other side.